Hello, everyone. So, after the by-elections, right, Bayo and Onanuga did a tweet and he said, "How is the market now?" And he showed a picture of Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi, and then another one then another one of Rotimi, Amaechi, Peter Obi, Atiku, a group one. So there's you see it on your screen, and he said, "How is the market now?" For me, it just reminded me of 2014. It was 2014 that I decided to focus on Nigerian issues. No, that I started actively focusing on Nigerian issues. December 2013, when I turned 40, that's December 12, 2014, 2013, I decided I was going to focus on Nigerian issues going forward. 4 months after that, and that was in April 2014, Chibok girls were abducted. And when they were abducted, of course, I came out to join the protest, the first Bring Back Our Girls protest that was done in Abuja, and that's it. Before them, I really wouldn't even focus on Nigerian issue. I didn't even bother, because for me it was make my money. I grew up in the ghetto. So growing up in the ghetto, having nothing, sometimes nothing to eat a whole day, it was terrible. And I saw the way we were being treated as if we were, the dregs of the society. We really were, because if you're talking about the, what do you call it now? You're talking about hoodlums and whatever. They all came from where I grew up from. Most of the kids were on drugs. Recently, during my sister's wedding, we had a meet up. A lot of them came for that wedding. We met, and we're just thinking back. Is it reminiscing over? That's the word, I think, over what had happened, how we grew up, how we escaped, and stuff like that. And there was one particular man now, of course, who he loves my mom so much. He does almost every, you see him, he's like he does more than his son to my mom. And like it was just hearing him when we're talking, when we stood, we're gisting, we're talking, and what he was saying, that made me realize the impact that my mom really had, on those children. He was saying that if not for my mom, he would have ended up a hoodlum. She was the like mother of the neighborhood. She sold things, and they would always come and eat from her, take things from her. When she now had a shop, after we suffer before that shop came, and pester their parents to send them to school, to leave them in school. Sometimes when the parents are refusing to pay, she will pay the little school fees and stuff like that. And so he kept saying that. So because of that, for me, I didn't focus on politics at all. I didn't even know who was who, what they were doing, where they were doing. It was none of my business until this whole time. And so when I decided to now focus on politics, I really didn't know many people. And I just like, okay, other than my business, I wasn't into social media. I didn't even know what Twitter was until May 5th, 2014. That's the first time I opened my Twitter. My first tweet was Bring Back Our Girls. The reason why I joined Twitter was, at the movement, what we did was that every hour on the hour, we'll be tweeting Bring Back Our Girls. Like it's 6 p.m. Everybody tweet Bring Back Our Girls. 7 p.m. tweet Bring Back Our Girls. 8 p.m. tweet 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Anyway, because it was everywhere in the world, so there were different people who were tweeting at those particular times. That was why I opened Twitter. I'm just doing this background for you to understand. I didn't know. So when I came in 2014, boss, a lot. To me, I came out, and the moment I started Twitter, like, yeah, I'm come here, because all those mouths, if you follow me on Twitter, don't say my reply, get until reply, well. But in essence, what I'm trying to say, that was why I met people like on Twitter, like the late Doyo Kupe. And whenever I see this guy now tweeting, what's his name, Bayo, Onanuga, it just reminds me of those days where you had a Ruben Abati, late Doyo Kupe, and the things they used to say. I remember, I think it was Doyo Kupe also, that, or either Doyo Kupe or Ruben Abati, that called Buhari a serial loser and all manner of things. And at the end of the day, what now happened? They lost. I remember, there was one day we had a fight. I mean, there was a Twitter meltdown that day. I can't remember what we were doing, countdown, and then so we then that was after the election had been postponed, and so I think I was like, whether did I tag Okupo Jonathan, I can't remember now, saying, when are we seeing this? Count down to the election. Are the girls back? The girls should be back. And then this guy started, hey, I say, I mean, I know. Ironically, I was in UK. Even the last time, even there was one time when I had a Twitter fight with Nasiri El-Rufai. I was also in the UK. That 2015, I had gone to visit my son, so I took my daughter. We were on holidays there. We had seen him. I was around Norwich. We went down to where the stadium was. Because that was where my son was schooling, around Eccles. It was within that Norwich, Norfolk, axis. And this fight, it was something like bang, 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 bang. They brought in, you see this thing where APC have these Twitter warriors that gadgets, they call them gadgets, that they had their own this. I think they were camped, was it in life Gwarimpa or so, or Utako, later the other ones were camped in Utako. Anyway, they were attacking me, and this person was doing boss. At one time, I was like, oh, who the hell, Aisha, who the hell are you? I'm like, I'm this, that, you're. No, it was crazy. So anytime I see this kind of conversation, it just reminds me of that, this whole fully and whatever of people who think because they're in office, and especially people like this who rigged their way into office, believe that they are untouchable, nothing can be done, and they can say anything to anyone. And I've spoken about this before, and I'm saying this and again, because I can't imagine a whole speaker, a whole representative of someone supposed to be president, although the whole thing, even Tinubu knows he's not president, so he can continue clowning and just doing whatever he's doing with Nigerian lives, writing such a thing. But hey, here he is asking them how market they say, they tell us how the market fine, market fine, and they waka. My people say now when they come back from farm, they know the person wey no carry hoe wey good, wey carry blunt hoe, no be where they go. So now they go now, Bayo, Onanuga, they get in Oma, they talking, oh no wahala. We continue to see. But at the end of the day is to, is to focus, and I'm sure that's what this gentleman that he's referring to are going to do, and continue the work that they're doing. And as for Nigerians, everything for me, and I will say this again, if there's nothing that is impossible, all you need to do is to remove the I am. I don't know why people are so afraid. And like, so what's the worst thing that will happen? You fail, you run for election, you fail, and me, I'm like, and if I'm running for election, the first thing I prepare for is failure, and then I work towards success. There are two things: either you pass or you fail, and you do it. It's not, the onus is not on anyone. You went, people said vote, they didn't vote, fine. But for this one that is even by election, where they are buying votes and then the people are coming out, you can't rig election and you're mocking people. You leave level playing ground, and let's see how it's going to be. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.